my name is Sarah, and this is actually my first video ever on this channel. Ever since I was little, I've loved watching YouTube, and I found out there's booktube, and I was like, wait, this is right up my alley, and I can't believe I'm actually doing it, but here I am. So let's get started. The first book that I have that I'm actually currently reading is called Animal Farm by George Orwell, and many of you have probably read this, probably in school, or maybe you read it for fun. I don't know, but I never read this in school. I never had to read it, and I remember my US history teacher telling me to read it because it's basically predicting the future. So I went into this book knowing nothing about it except that it was called Animal Farm, and so far I'm really liking it. I'm about almost halfway through. I started reading it last night, but basically this book is just about animals, and these animals can like talk, they can sing, they hold like committees and stuff, and what they want to do is they want to push the farmer out of the land so that they can have the land for themselves, because they're like, we do everything for man, we do all this labor for man, and they feed us nothing, we're like starving, we can never enjoy our lives end early. Basically how we treat animals in society on the farm. Sad but true. And they want to get that human out of there so they can run that farm for themselves. Well, in the beginning, they do. It's like the very beginning. They get the farmer out of there, and it's just kind of how corrupt, like, power is. Like, you could already tell where the story's going from the beginning, but really good concept, really interesting idea. I actually really like it. And I think I'm really gonna enjoy it, like the ending, because I'm planning on finishing it today or tomorrow. So, the next book, I actually got at the thrift store. I get all my books at the thrift store, or at the library, or half-price books, because I'm cheap and I don't see a point in spending $30 on one book. Barnes & Noble. But this one I got at the thrift store. It's just called The Magnolia Story by Chip and Joanna Gaines. Like, the cover is obviously like missing on it, but it was only $2. So I was like, you know what, I love watching their show, I kind of want to read about their life, and it's a pretty short read. I'm like 30% of the way through so far, but it starts off from like how they met to their marriage and like where they're at in the show now and everything, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I really like their story so far, and I really like how they chose to narrate it. The next book that I'm choosing to read is called The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch? I have no clue. This is a book about, so they ask a lot of professors who give a last lecture, and like everything they've learned, their experience type of thing. Well, he has no problem doing this and he makes it more about life and making your dreams come true and really living. And he has no problem giving this last lecture because he just found out he's had terminal cancer. So I think it's really interesting because it's basically a book about his last lecture that he actually gave to college students, about how to like live your life and really go after your dreams, and how time flies by, don't take advantage of it. So I really wanted to read this book because I thought it'd be pretty interesting. And yeah, so I went ahead and I picked it up at the library. The next book I'm hoping to at least start, but this is The Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. I don't know why I want to read this. I heard like Tale of Two Cities was a lot better and that this one sucked. Not like sucked, but like it was worse. But I like the premise of it better. It's about an orphan named Pip, I believe, and it's kind of about like him making his way through the society and trying to make something of himself, is what I gather from it. So I thought this seemed more interesting to me, even though Tale of Two Cities got a better rating on Goodreads, but I decided to at least start it or read it and check it out. And yeah, so the next book I picked up that I hope to finish or at least get halfway through and read is Jane Eyre? Is it Eyre or Eyre? I'm probably making people go crazy right now. But this is by Charlotte Bronte? I'm so sorry. I'm butchering things. But I hope to read this because I heard it's a great book to start out reading when you're going through, like starting with classics. If you can't tell, like I have quite a few. I have like 3 classics here. And I'm trying to really get into classics because I feel like it might be more up my alley. I read 2 dystopians so far this month, and I kind of wanted to take a break from that. Like, I don't know, I just felt like I'm more up for like a narrative book that actually makes sense, that's not like in a different world. And I love dystopian, but I feel like right now books that are more classic, books that are about narratives that are like fiction but actually happen in real life are more my thing right now. If you don't know what it's about, it's just an orphaned Jane is hated by her aunt and cousins and is sent away to Lowood School. Though life improves for Jane, she longs for true love and friendship, and then one day she meets Mr. Rochester and everything changes. That's all that's in the back. So I'm interested about this. I did try reading Pride and Prejudice my senior year, and I got halfway through it, and I absolutely hated it. I was bored out of my mind, and my friend was the same as well, but I also wasn't in like a reading mood when I was reading it, and I was required to read it for school. So I do still have it, and I hope to get to that within the next few months and try it again, and hopefully I'll like it. But I have this one next, and it's quite long. It's like over 600 pages, so I don't think I'm going to finish this month, but I do hope to get to it. That's basically my TBR for the rest of January and into February, I guess. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Down below I'll link my Goodreads. You guys want to follow me on there. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this catastrophic mess of a first YouTube video, and I will see you guys later.